Shabbat Shalom, Kol Halo Yahaba Shivyon Shah B'Hashem Chakdash, the honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honor to the men under the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and those who hope to be of that number. This is from the August, the article Crown Max Passport Trial to start next month. Next month is in quotations. I'll leave the link to this article in the description box. Bojo is expected to lay out the plans on Easter Monday, which includes data of the stadiums being the first to test the scheme. This Pharmacare passport scheme. The pilot scheme will use an updated version of the NHS Crown app, which will allow users to prove they have had a jab. According to the Mail Online, the passports will eventually be used in pubs, cinemas, and restaurants across the country. A bunch of people, even lawmakers, have a problem with it, because it goes against people's liberties. This is going to give them even more control over you. It comes as a report in the Daily Telegraph suggested a series of pilot tests for Crown passports were being planned, which include the FA Cup final and other sporting events. So expect all the sporting events to require some sort of Pharmacare passport. This is all the sporting events in May, although number 10 maintained any proposals were still under review. That's the shit they'd be saying. But they're going to go ahead with just fully roll out these Pharmacare passports. It has also been reported that the roadmap for lifting restrictions by June 21st can now be dependent on a max passport program. So much for the roadmap out of lockdown. Well, a pledge signed by Mr. Corbyn as well as other prominent figures such as Conservative former leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith, Labour former Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell, and ex-Liberal Democrat leader Tim Farron warned the government against bringing in the scheme. Definitely going to be some sort of medical apartheid, those who take it and those who don't. You're going to be considered left behind if you don't take it. You're not going to be able to do stuff without the Pharmacare passport. That's a temptation in itself. The Prime Minister said domestic Crown passport showing whether someone has antibodies or a negative test will be useful for us as we go forward. He said there's definitely going to be a world in which international travel will use Pharmacare passports. You can already see that in other countries. Aviation industry are interested in those, and there's a logic to that. In Israel, they got their green pass thingy going on. I think when it comes to trying to make sure that we give maximum confidence to business and to customers here in the UK, there are three things. There's your immunity, whether you've had it before, so you've got natural antibodies, whether you've been Pharmacared, and then of course whether you have had the test. And he says those three things working together will be useful for us as we go forward. Last week the Prime Minister said it may be up to individual publicans whether they carry out health certificate checks on punters before allowing them on their premises. One possibility thought to be under consideration is that pub landlords may be able to scrap social distancing if they check Crown health certificates on entry. The move would allow them to operate at much higher capacity and could be a strong incentive for them to participate in the scheme. The government expected to issue an update on its plans this month. We know the government is going to go along with these Pharmacare passports. The puppets put in place by the higher-ups of E, the International Bank and families of E, put them in those places. Revelations 2... No, this is not the scripture I want. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, he's coming down with great wrath because he knows it's time to continue ruling short. It's time to establish that NWO is sure. He's moving quickly. Okay? He's rolling this out regardless of how many people are against it. He wants that NWO. And as much as he can get of it before Yahushua takes him out of power. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this video is edifying. Until next time, Shalom.